Hello and welcome to the Takeoff live stream. I prepared a script. I can't read the script. There is something so much more important that I want to communicate with you, and so I'm just going to follow my heart. The world around us is really showing contrast. There are two wars or more. There is COVID. There is contrast everywhere, even in our own lives, those of us who are not in a war zone. Things that we deemed to be solid and reliable are proving not to be. And all of this is actually pushing us inside, pushing us into ourselves and asking us to wake up as powerful creators that we are born to be. There are flows of energy that we all feed into with our thoughts and our feelings. We have been doing it for hundreds of years, and some of these flows have picked up momentum to the point that they are creating and causing situations in which people get drawn into, in which you can't really do anything. If you're in the middle of an outburst from this momentum, then it's really hard to do anything but to just be drawn into it. And we can't expect those people to stop and say, I don't want to do this. Many of them are probably, but they can't really stop what is happening. But for those of us who are in the fortunate position of being in a place where we are maybe surrounded by nature or even in a peaceful space, we can use our minds and we can do something that is not feeding into more of that same flow of energy. We can use the tools of our mind that we were born with, and we can look at a contrasting situation. And with those tools, with the power of our minds, we can create and find the polar opposite of what we are seeing. So we can turn violence in our minds into a peaceful situation. We can turn hatred into love in our imagination and in our minds. We can take fear and turn it into faith by learning more about how our minds work and who we truly are meant to be here. It is our responsibility, those of us who are not in the middle of a catastrophe or a disaster, to really focus, to understand that our attention and our focus is like a laser beam. And whatever you see that you don't like, you don't approve of, or you feel hurt by, understand that the polar opposite of that is also existing on a frequency, and that you can tune into that frequency, and that you can become the channel through which that frequency, through your thoughts, through the images that you create, and then through writing it down and making it your new self-talk, you are bringing it into matter. I implore you to join me to do this. Become a vessel of love, become an instrument, a powerful, intentional instrument and mind that says, this is the world I want to see. This is how I want people to be with each other. This is how I imagine the world that I want. And I don't necessarily want to become a millionaire and buy a ticket that I can leave this planet. I want to heal and change and cure and bring the life divine down here. I hope this isn't overwhelming you, but I just really feel it's time. It's time to do this now. We were all born rich. Each and every one of us has a mind and has access to the tools that we have. And we are going around on the planet since millennia, just pointing this powerful laser beam that our attention is onto all sorts of things, most of the time that we don't want, and making it more. So learn how to take ownership of your mind, and I can help you to do that. I'm accessible, I'm real, I'm here. You can DM me, I'll get on a phone call with you, and we can talk about a plan for you, your own individual plan to improve your life. Bye now. I'll talk to you again next week.